But this morning, she'd like to say a few words to our church this morning. Love you, Miss Shelba. Thank you.
Love you. Hello, everyone. I hope I'm tall enough. I hope I don't cry. But this is what I need to do because I've not been able to do it before, so I'm hoping I can. But I thank God for all He's brought me through and all He's done for me in my life. And I thank God for our church family. I know every one of you know me. If you don't, here I am. And I love each and every one. But 64 years ago, I was burned. Third-degree burns over 75% of my body. I stayed in the hospital a year. I was at a nun's hospital. They took care of me. I was there. I mean, it was so ironic that it was so bad. But when my mom caught me, I was running because they always say stop, drop, and roll, but you don't think about that. You're just thinking about burning. So she finally caught me because I slid down in the icy weather. It was cold that morning. And so Mom caught me and she put the fire out with her hands. She burned her hands. And so I called this my journey to hell and back, because it was awful. But I was out there at the road, and she brought a sheet out with her for some reason, probably to put the fire out, but the house was full of dark black smoke. I mean, dark. I said, Mom, the baby's in the crib, go get her. She was only a month old. So she went back in and got the baby out. She couldn't hardly find her. So she was in the hospital with smoke inhalation, and for about 2 months, I guess. So the little doctor, when I got to the hospital, my mom went in to get the baby, so here comes my dad, because my little siblings, they were small. They ran down the road to get help. They were running really fast. So about that time, my dad and my uncle came by in the truck. He saw me standing there, so he picked me up, scooped me up, and took me to the hospital. And when I got there, all I wanted was water, ice water. I thought about Lazarus. He wanted a drop of water, but he couldn't have it. And I didn't get it either, but he gave me a piece of ice. So I was, they took the sheet off. The doctor was so wonderful. Dr. Ferry, he's dead and gone now, but he was wonderful. He took the sheet off, and I looked down at my legs, and all I could see was bones and blood, because all the meat fell off with the sheet. So I went through life with scars. I wear pants most of the time and long dresses, but I made it through to here. I'm almost 76, I will be in December. So I stayed in there getting skin grafts every day, but I was scared because they'd come, even in the lightning and thundering, they'd come to get me on a stretcher because I was in the annex over here with the nuns, and then they'd take me to the big hospital to get skin grafts every time I turned around. So when it was lightning and thundering, I screamed all the way because I was scared. So then they went up these steep steps, I mean lots of steps, and I screamed and cried then too. Everybody in the hospital knew when I was coming over there. But I made it through that also. But I had skin grafts and all kinds of stuff, and they said I wouldn't live to be 30 years old, but here I am. And by the grace of God, I'm here. But they had to put me on this special bed. It was like a frame bed. I have a picture of it, but I don't know if you could see it or not, but I always kept my smile. Never did stop smiling. I'm smiling in this too. But it was a frame. And when they turned that frame over, I was looking through a little hole at the floor for hours. When they'd turn it back over, I was looking up at the ceiling for hours. But my mom and dad came to see me every day. Can y'all see it? Pretty good? That was bandages from the burns and from them working on me every time I turned around. But my dad and mom came. We had prayer all the time, every day. And people would come there to see me, but they didn't want to come in because they said it smelled like flesh burning. Well, it was smelling pretty bad because I was burned really bad. And so, but my hair was really long and the fire didn't touch it. That's how wonderful God is. He didn't let my hair burn. I was burned from here down, and they took skin wherever they could find it off of me. My shoulders, my back, wherever they could find some skin to graft onto the burn places, which was severe. But I thank God what He's brought me through, and I love Him, I serve Him, and I made bad choices in my life, but I made it through all that too. And thank God for everything He's done in my life. And I'll keep on smiling and keep on serving Him. But this is, I was 11 years old.